Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that.
Alright, this the last one for today. Big boss hog. Bounce dog K-Po through the door to touch his box. Fuck it by soliloquy. Them tough times don't last. Good people do it enough self. Caught him in the fight like maybe matter. Peak game. 84s on what? Swing. Alright, Keyshawn Davis was interviewed. I believe it was on Cigar Talk. And he talked about how he understands Gervonta Davis now. He understands why Gervonta Davis looks at boxing how he looks at boxing. When Gervonta Davis made those statements about boxing, he understands, right? And that's good. I respect Keyshawn Davis for that. You know what I mean? That's real talk, because of the fact that he now is starting to see why Tank basically looks at the boxing game how he looks at it. He like, man, I'm starting to see, like, man, this stuff fake. He's starting to see, you know, the fans. He's starting to see a lot of stuff. And he's like, you know, me climbing that ladder, you know, he said, I'm not where Tank is at, but he said, I'm starting to see, you know, certain things. And I'm like, okay, I see what he's talking about. I see, you know, and he was real. He said the four kings of boxing right now, which I disagree. He said Terrence Crawford, Canelo, Gervonta Davis, and he said somebody else, right? And I don't think Terrence Crawford is the cash cow in boxing. Like, if you say fighting wise, yeah, like skill wise, yeah. But to sit there and say, oh, like, because he mentioned, like, money, too. I'm like, Terrence Crawford ain't really generating money like that. It's really his opponents that's helping him generate certain money for himself. I said, Terrence Crawford, on the average, is going to get, like, $3 million if he fighting, you know. Canelo going to get more, but he can fight anybody. He's going to generate more. Tank can fight anybody. He going to generate more. He going to get, like, 15, 20 million. You know what I'm saying? That's just where they at right now. Terrence Crawford, if he don't fight a name, he getting like 2, 3 million, maybe 5. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But I think that this is very mature, and it shows the maturity of Keyshawn Davis. You know, and he's like, I understand why, you know, he looking at the boxing game like this. And this shows that Keyshawn Davis is a true student of the game. And I believe that with him being so studious, right? Him being so studious, he'll be able to take his game to another level. You know what I'm saying? You know, I told you I'm still a little weary. He talking about fighting Abdullah Mason after this one. I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. That boy got a quiet confidence about him, bro. Like, Abdullah Mason is like, I see like a lot of myself in Abdullah Mason, just his mentality. Like, he got a quiet confidence about him. He don't do all that talking and all that. He just like, I bet. Cause like I said, I talk on here. You may see me laugh and joke with y'all on here, bro. But I'm really a quiet dude, bro. I be chilling. And I told y'all, when there's real smoke, I don't really do no talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a real quiet dude. Unless like I'm cool with you, you know, you might see this side. You know what I'm saying? I might walk up and crack a little joke, and you be like, man, you wild, man. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, if I don't know you, I'm quiet, man. You know what I'm saying? And even, it just depends on my mood, bro. You know, if I don't feel like talking, I ain't gonna talk. And a lot of times I don't feel like talking. You know what I mean? But when I used to be an amateur boxer, you know, dudes would be talking, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna do this to you. I never talk back. You know, I say like a little bit, all right, it sound good. We'll see. You know, they'll be sizing you up when you do the face off, and they size you up and they like, man, you like, all right, bet, we'll see. Yeah, okay. It sound good. That's all you got out of me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it sound good. All right. Then you get in there with him, body bag, toe tag. You know what I'm saying? Quiet confidence, bro. You ever, and I make this reference, you ever walked in a yard and you see a pit bull? He ain't growling or nothing, but he just looking at you, and you feel like that boy a killer. Like you feel it. Pause. And you like, man, he ain't growling, he ain't barking, he ain't doing nothing. He just looking, right? That's all he doing is just looking at you. He look, he turn his head to the side. And you like, man, hell nah, bro. That's Abdullah Mason. That man right there is a problem, right? But to get back on topic, I'm sorry. I think that, you know, Keyshawn, man, is starting to figure things out. He's starting to see things differently, and I really appreciate and respect that, man. You know, he going. I told y'all, he up next, bro. He gonna be the next one that take over the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? There's, like I say, there's certain fights I'm a little iffy about. The Abdullah Mason fight, I'm like, I don't know. But the Tank fight, I'm like, man, I don't know. Which I don't think Tank. Now I think about it, I mean, who knows? Tank might fight the dude next. I don't know if he will fight Gervonta Tank Davis. You know, we shall see. But much respect to Keyshawn Davis for, you know, his foresight and him acknowledging the fact that, you know, this boxing game is a dirty game. You know what I mean? It is. From the amateurs to the pros, man. It's political. It's just a lot of stuff that go on. That's what made me kind of fall out of love with, like, competing, because it's like, oh, like, whoever they want to win, they gonna figure out a way for that man to win, or woman, because, you know, women box too. If you don't knock them out, right? So it's a very dangerous, dirty game, and if you don't basically be aligned with the right people, or just get in there and knock a dude out, you know, palms being greased behind the scenes, it's just a lot of stuff, bro. You know, and if you're not hip to it, or you ain't on that type of time, you ain't gonna make it. You know, that's just what it is. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that, Boss Count.